Sawa, sikiliza tupatane.
So guys, right now we are in the middle of Mitaboni Market Center. Mitaboni is in Machakos County, in Kenya. This is my hometown.
And do you have family around here?
I have family. I live with my grandma and my grandpa.
We'll be back, eh? Yeah, sure. Thank you. Okay.
I'm looking forward to, have my own crib. I have a girlfriend, of course, although we're not living together. She's a blessing to me. She always encourages me whenever I feel low. Grandma says, God be with you. And that keeps me strong in the street.
Yeah, this is Exotic Cyber, the cyber guy.
God blesses me with a family. We'll be a Bitcoin family around here. Yes. Oh, actually, there is a spoken word that I wrote while I was so low. I was in a low moment. From Mitaboni to Nairobi, Arusha to Kampala, Port Louis in Mauritius. Stack your sats because they're so precious. I spit not for fame, but to light other flames. Because if Bitcoin opened mine, then you can do the same. Makini, I rest my case.
Every secular economy within our community has its own way on how they break this down.
So excited to be here in Kenya, Nairobi. I attended today's event, third edition of the AND conference. Everything was like, wow, okay. Seriously, all these things existed. I think this is the biggest experience I've ever had in my life with meeting new people.
Coming to Nairobi and you're a Bitcoiner and you're interested in what Bitcoin is doing in Nairobi, it's about Nairobians overcoming the adversities in a place where prices of things are so high. We got inflation. There's so much adversity.
We see how Kenyans and Ugandans and other people from the East Africa and the whole of Africa can network together using Bitcoin.
Actually, I think men and women experience Bitcoin differently. Men are more like, they'll just talk about hardware wallets the whole time.
Do what you can do with Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin, it's a whole innovation, it's a whole revolution. You can develop, you can contribute to it, it's permissionless code.
Much as this is free education, I know the value. So we started with few people actually, very few. But now we are forcing these people, take up this, it helps you.
We are practically onboarding merchants and building a circular economy at Machakos, Kenya.
I think with Grassroots, it builds the real momentum.
I know one day, everyone in the world will use Bitcoin as currency.
I'm excited because one thing for sure, they're not going to keep quiet with that information. I'm excited at what they're going to build next.
So I kept building and I think I have about 65 people now. Yeah, in a month.
So in total, we have 577 plus 64 students graduating from the total 10 cohorts.
I'm going to start my own initiative that is Bitcoin Makueni, and I'm going to orange pill everyone and make sure they understand what I understood when I learned about Bitcoin.
The bolos popping up again. Me bomo clat, baby, not again. Broke out your bad, baby, break out your bad. Break out your bad, baby, break out your bad.
So we can talk to this merchant. Okay.
We are in Bitcoin Githurai here. It's the community of the core, a Bitcoin circular economy within Nairobi. So that's where the circular economy is within the city.
The Bitcoin space here in Kenya is a very good percentage graduates of the core. You see people trying to build in Bitcoin. People learn about time preference. They are not rushing to see success.
This is Susan. She is now building in Bitcoin and actually helping the communities.
And I was also part of building this circular economy. We have a total of 19 active merchants, but one merchant is a motorbike rider.
I'm zapping. You want to film that? So nitakuwekea some zaps ziingie kwa film pia, at least ikae kitu legit. Zapped.
Zapped, my favorite merchant, Robinson Bella Entertainment here in Toes, Githurai 45, Nairobi.
Wewe nimekutafuta bwana. Ulikuwa wapi kwani?
So the missing bit of everything in the Bitcoin space, most of the time for beginners, it's usually education.
I would like more education on cryptocurrency as a general and Bitcoin in particular, because people tend to associate all cryptocurrencies with Bitcoin.
I never heard about Bitcoin before 2021. I was scammed when I started. Actually, it was an Ethereum type of pyramid scheme. After going through that and now realizing that people need to learn about Bitcoin in a proper way, I thought there's something I need to do with education of Bitcoin. How can I get people to understand Bitcoin the way I understood, because there's so much information?
Well, you know what Bitcoin is?
No.
No? You see it all around here?
Yes.
Yeah?
It says that it's for everyone.
Bitcoin is for everyone.
So the whole origin of the call was on our WhatsApp group, actually. By that time, I didn't know anything. How to set up a classroom, I only knew we had Google Meets. And then I stumbled on Arnold. He was actually traveling to Kenya. Because we were strangers, I would say, I went through the diploma for like 6 months, hoping it's what I was trying to deliver to the people. On October 8th, 2023, we did our first cohort with the Bitcoin Diploma.
I can buy medicine here and pay with Bitcoin. Really? Mambo.
Sometimes people ask me about Bitcoin. They are very interested to know about it. So if they get a basic education about it so they can understand it well, they will accept it.
You can pay for the services using Bitcoin. We encourage that so that many people get to know about Bitcoin.
Nimekuja. Niliwaambia tutakuja.
I think in the next 2 to 3 years, we would want to see all community in this area using Bitcoin. That is our target.
You have it. Oh, nice. Bitcoin is a game changer for us, game changer for the community. This is the first merchant in Kenol market, and it took me like 2 months of educating him, coming back, consistency, showcasing how Bitcoin is used through the different tools, and now he's already accepting Bitcoin and also educating the rest of the community.
Don't underestimate yourself. That's what I would say.
What I can say is, even when I was down, I learned the lesson. So my mom is a single mom. Like, my mom just went to look for a job. And so I have grown with my grandparents since I was a boy. Although they supported me, I still needed the support of a father and a mother, but I didn't get that, although I am strong and I want to thank my grandparents for that. So what I'm looking forward is
once in a life opportunity. Bitcoin is up to community.
I would describe Kelvin as the most, I would say, optimistic person. He believed that whatever he's trying to build will work.
I want to grow a family that the father is present, the mom is there. So are we going to count it or tuingize kwanza? It will serve like a good example in the community. Controller, hiyo chuma ndo controller. Nice. Yeah, that's me. That's me. When we started, I was just me alone. 11, 12 acre. Along the way, I was able to, pull a couple of friends. 17, 18. But some left because the money is not enough when we used to pay in fiat. 19. I decided, let me just do this. Let me just keep the consistency. Let me just execute, even though I don't see the right path. 21. That's when now I introduced them to Bitcoin. And that is the team now I'm working with. Bitcoin is giving them a motivation to work. Previously, we find a landfill full of glasses. They can actually harm children passing through. They can cut anyone. If you have 10 bottles, that's 210 satoshis. I'm sending 1,439 sats. So this is more about zero waste to environment and providing a way for people to earn in Bitcoin and spending the Bitcoin within the circular economy. We've gone 80%, and now we are looking forward to, scale to have zero waste, like 100% through education. We are sorting by color, the clear glass and the... So where did you used to take the glasses before this initiative?
Just dump them anywhere.
Oh, now we are giving them a second life, and you are also earning in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is fixing incentives to recyclers, and they start valuing the smallest thing. That's major.
Yeah.
So great. Thank you, Nike. This one's for you. Strong, man.
Oh, go on.
Anytime. Through doing something that is impactful in the community. Bitcoin actually enabled me to know my purpose. Being a father.
Yeah.
That is going to change so much in me because I'm going to contribute towards building a sovereign, growing child, someone who knows their purpose in life.
I've never been here, by the way. Yeah, this is my first time.
You know, the people that are dumping here, they're the ones that live around here. Just burning it, yeah.
But you see, still spilling through the roads, through the ways.
So we need to provide bins to this for all of these people so that we can stop dumping. Even at 500.
500?
Like these ones.
To actually manage the waste problem in your community?
Yeah, in the whole community, we need 500. These ones are much better than the ones that we usually have.
There is a lot of waste, fabric waste. We are protecting the environment. So we also teach people on that part.
Now this is what we try and avoid. One of the key components that stood out, it was that Bitcoin is more of your financial freedom. And when you hear freedom with the current government here that we are in, you'll opt in to go to that freedom.
This is the first setup. You see, they accept Bitcoin.
Stadia, the one who have constructed all of these sheds.
That was really the genesis of our success, the education bit. We cannot overemphasize that. You've seen the Bitcoin Valley, but as you go up higher in other parts of Kibera, people are so interested, but there's only as much as we can do. So that's where we're looking to go next. What you need to understand about Kibera is it is a community that struggles to find financial inclusion.
So my name is Marcia Lo, founder of Tumaini Dada initiative.
We help teenagers who have become pregnant, and she reaches out.
When I say teen mom, these are people who cannot access the bank.
The survey conducted on girls aged between 10 and 19 years, showing worrying figures of child mothers and teenage pregnancies.
So I teach my girls why they should use Bitcoin I gather knowledge and information from the core, from Bitcoin Dada, because you're not saving for me, you're saving for the future of this baby. Yeah.
Personally, I survive on this. Like, I don't have any other job. So when I crochet and sell stuff, that's how I earn income.
Just helping them grow that skill. And it's ladies doing it, which is really amazing.
For men, it's just Bitcoin is money. For women, Bitcoin is life. Women feel more. We feel things more.
When you own something, you feel good. And it is very different with the banks. You control your own money.
But these kids, they are understanding it at 2021. And you are like, wow, I'm so excited about the future.
So it's going to take long, but eventually, I believe, we are going to separate money from the state.
Now they know they have a choice.
And spend, replace, and save. We cannot get away from the fact that saving is important, but needs are more important, right? This is called Soweto Village. There are 11 villages.
Over the holidays, because the parents are busy working, going from home to work throughout the day, the kids are left at home alone. And they have the freedom to go outside on the streets and do a lot of nonsense.
This is a social economic problem that is prevalent in all informal settlements in the country. We've seen it in Mathare. You go to places like Robangi, you go to places like Kibera.
So for men, you find a man maybe getting into drugs, getting into criminal activities, getting into some things that only favors him externally, but not internally.
They loiter, they join gangs, they start doing drugs. And so one boy died, being bullied by others. And that stayed with me for so long. And at that particular time, we were headed to a period where we are going to have a 10 weeks holiday, school holiday. If only during a 3 weeks holiday a boy died, what about this 10 weeks one?
Things like theft, muggings, that is a daily responsibility of the police officers within the area.
Something needs to be done. There has to be something like control, something, and nothing was done.
Part of it is perpetrated by so-called street children.
So I talked to the authority to be allowed to do a program, a kids program. I won't tell you what to do. What do you like to do? Do you like gymnastics? Do gymnastics. Do you like board games? Do them. Do you like to dance? Dance.
Cut the mid-range, drop the bass.
We had 33 kids in one holiday. And we did a 7 weeks program where we were doing gymnastics, we were doing dance, and we were doing all that. And these kids, they were earning sats at the end of every week.
So with them, we give them bolt cards. So anytime they can use their bolt cards on our merchants now back in the community to purchase what they want.
We are giving them 1,000 sats to motivate them. So when we tip the kids, the first stop is here, because here there is so many things they can buy. So we have this for them because of their heads, and we have this for the adults.
Now this is what we do every day.
10 out of 10. Community work is work.
Is work.
Full-time work.
If they don't see us, something is wrong. We spend our day in the community.
So this is my very first merchant. And she's doing amazing work. Yeah, she has educated 8 women. She did my hair. She does my hair every month. You should involve women in community building because women knows how to bring people together and they gossip a lot. What are we doing?
English.
As a woman, the way we are created, we are naturals. And we don't know how to keep quiet with something nice. Hi.
Hi.
So Shakila has been telling me about you. You know, she has struggles with her education and her speaking English, and she's very interested. She wanted you to start accepting SAT so that she can pay you in the SATs.
Oh.
Yeah. I start with the benefits. This is what you get from accepting Bitcoin. But for you to do that, you have to understand it.
Yeah, I have
And that is where us as BitBiashara comes in. I've lived in this community for 14 years. I am raising my 4 kids in this community. So I am known in this community. I am trusted in this community. We buy from this community. So what happens when they trust me? They will listen to me. Yeah.
I'm an instructor for Common Maths and English. It mentors children, it mentors adults. It's an amazing program. I've been wanting to understand the Bitcoin thing. Does it have like interest? What benefit do I get? Like you see, when you're paying through M-Pesa or the bank or something like that.
The first thing I tell you in terms of gains is you're going to be doing transactions almost zero fee.
Oh.
Yes, that is number one. You have to capture their attention by what they are gaining first for them to actually create time and create the attention for it. The second one, your money will not go through any inflation.
Ah.
Yeah.
So first you have an account.
Yeah, first you have an account. You understand the tools that you need because it is not one tool. It is a bunch of tools. You will need. Hey, this car should be ours.
So we work like on a one-to-one for children.
I want.
You want?
You have me as a customer. Honestly, it's
But,
beautiful. Funny thing, I just live
across, and you've never known we have such a beautiful place.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
We start by doing vocabularies.
Let me tell you what we are going to do.
Yeah?
We are going to support her, but you have to accept SAT.
I will.
Through the kids program, my daughter's friend, her name is Nana, entered the program. And that daughter brought her mother. She's here. Now this mother has brought her friend called T. T has brought her sister called Grace. It is a chain. It's a network. So you have your wallet now. They're in Kenya. Don't
do dollars.
Yes. So.
So let's say if I'm going to a different country, can I just transact without having issues?
He's Ugandan, and I doubt. Have you touched Kenya shillings?
Oh, that is amazing.
I cannot know about Bitcoin and keep quiet. I'll have to involve my friend, and my friend has another friend, and that friend has another friend. So in the end, we'll be together, and we'll be a community. If you are a lady, I send you to Bitcoin Dada. If you are a man, I send you to the core to do the program.
Sure.
Yeah, use the people in your economy. I don't do anything outside of this community.
Yeah. I was mentored by BitBiashara.
I want to do it here. The SATs to remain here.
I started as a student.
So he wanted really for these two things as soon as he understood Bitcoin. West converting to SATs, and then now the poetry bit of it.
Nipate favor na flavor, ngori nazisepa. Msupa shankubali, mimi nachorea ketepa.
And that's what also I'm excited about, when people like take Bitcoin outside its economic properties and build on different stuff.
Yo. Gucci.
Ngarisha mtaa, rima zote zingae.
Safisha mtaa, kila mtu ajokolee.
Usijali, hadi wakikonda rate. Vijana nguvu kazi,
tupate nafasi.
Freedom in life, working overnight. I got to pay the price, ride with a purpose.
Weka mikakati, dishi mezani, si hati. Bitcoiners ni sisi.
Unaweza meka change, zinduka. Usijifunge kwa cage, inuka. Rank skill yako, kabla julikane, ongeza juhudi.
Kelvin is very fun. It's a very amazing program. Yeah. Count me in. Count me.
The community is growing.
Yeah.
Growing.
I know.
Yeah. How's the yogurt? Sweet like Bitcoin.
Hey, hey. Believe in your craft, hadi ukipata dust. You're the first, not the last. Freedom in Bitcoin ilikuja kwa ndoto. From Silicon Savannah to the world. Overseas straight back to the motherland. Vision so clear on a Bitcoin standard.
Let's go!
Generally, you can say 63. And they're all on the BTC map. If you open the BTC map now.
Empowerment is what my first Bitcoin tries to do. And the biggest challenge that we might have for actually Bitcoin adoption is certain people feeling like they are not part of this thing.
Without Usafi Boys, I wouldn't have known about Bitcoin because my first transaction was because of them. I only knew of Bitcoin's price. So that's what shocked me. It's like, what is this waste management group?
We try and fill it up to at least reach some good amount of kilograms to earn us at least more money.
It's such an inspiring story that a group of young individuals can come together without a leader, so they're leaderless, just like Bitcoin.
Now this is way better than before we started our organizations. We found this river, let's say 5 years ago. It wasn't flowing how it's now flowing.
We want to see the people who thought they were out of the traditional banking system actually feeling part and parcel of the Bitcoin network. And that's what it should be for the whole world.